Okay, so what I've done here is I think we're taking an extra step, just kind of erring on the side of caution. We've got the faceplate bolted back onto the LCD, and I think what we'll do here is we're just going to stick the digitizer on with this faceplate on. We're going to need to take it back apart to hook the ribbon cable up, but I think this is the best way to get it centered. Of course, we'll peel that off. Being very careful not to put any fingerprints on this side, because you're not going to be able to clean them off when you're done. I can see right now I've got a spot, but hopefully it's on the outside. Probably best to kind of hold this up into the light before putting it on, just to make sure we've got nothing in there. That looks pretty good. Make sure to feed the ribbon cable through properly. We'll just line this up just like that, I think. Now that's on for good. What we're going to do now is, of course, go backwards. Take this faceplate back off because we need to hook the ribbon cable up still. So one more time, I'm going to pop these 6 screws off to remove the LCD. Flip this over on its face. Now we're getting a good view of the back of this unit here. We need to slide this ribbon cable into the terminal here. You see the ribbon cable's got 2 little ears, one on each side. They need to get all the way into this connector. Once they're in and it's sitting flat, we'll just simply fold this latch over. Now that's secured. Go ahead and put this guy back on. Now we should be ready for final assembly. If you'd like to stick with me, we'll go ahead and put this all the way back together. LCD is bolted on, digitizer's on, ribbon cable is connected. Makes it easiest to assemble this in this manner. Well, it was the first time anyhow. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and attach all of the screws to hold the faceplate on. see I've made a small mistake here and I've pinched this ribbon cable inside of here, so I'm going to have to take it back apart. There we go. Okay, connect these ribbon cables. Once again, they've got an ear on them, probably see. It's very important that we wiggle this all the way to the bottom of this connector. Get those ears latched in. Okay. Once the ears are latched in, we just push the white portion of the connector down and it should be locked in. Just make sure that ribbon cable is sitting in there even and not crooked. Otherwise your buttons are not going to work. It's like a little bit of a task to make sure these ribbon cables are in all the way, so take some extra time and make sure that they're all the way in. I've got both of those in. Going to put these guys back on. I'm not sure which side is which. They usually only go one way. A couple more bolts on the side of this faceplate that I need to put back in. Alright, now we've got this. Now I found the hardest ribbon cable to disconnect was this one. Let's try to get that back in first. You see it's got a white line on there just to kind of give you an idea. Once it's all the way in, it should be lined up at the base of the connector. Alright, that was actually pretty easy going back together. Now we've got, this connector was super simple to release coming off with just a little tab right there. That should go right back in. This last ribbon has got a black latch that folds over to lock it. Actually, well, I'm going to do it this way. Same thing, this one has two ears. You want to make sure are all the way in. This one's giving me a little bit of a hard time on the right side here. There we go. Flip the black latch down. Now that's latched, that's plugged in. Our other ribbon cable is plugged in as well. This all lined up. We've got 4 screws that hold this main unit on. Oops. This last piece here that I took off, it wasn't on the video, so put this back on. And actually, you may need to pop this back off to get this screw on. So put this on first. Just gonna see if I can take the screws off and just very slightly lift it to access it without actually unplugging everything. Second time's always easier on these. All right. I've got that shield on. We're going to bolt this unit back together. We're just about ready to plug it in and make sure everything works. So if you guys have made it this far through the video and haven't damaged anything, congratulations. If you've made it this far and decided that you don't want to attempt this yourself, just follow the link below and send your unit in, and we'll do a full service repair for you, just like we're doing for this client. In my opinion, this is probably an 8 or 9 out of 10 on a difficulty scale. And there's a lot of risk. You know, if you damage one of those circuit boards or ribbon cables, you're probably going to have to buy a new unit, and that's going to cost you a lot of money. So I think for what we charge to do this, it's money well spent. Just send it in, let us take care of it for you. We're back together, no leftover screws. That's always a good sign. Power this thing up, make sure everything works. Turn that light off. Alright, so we do have touch function. Once again, that's what your digitizer is responsible for. That's what that ribbon cable is for on the bottom of this digitizer. I typically just go through, all corners of the unit, make sure everything works. It looks like everything's good, guys. Once again, if you made it through this video and you're up for attempting the repair yourself, we do sell the parts. If you made it through this video and don't think the repair is for you, highly recommend you send it in. This repair is going to be under $1,000. If you were to take your vehicle to Toyota, it will cost you about $7,000 to replace this. Once again, guys, Wes here with Auto Technology Repair, autotechnologyrepair.com. Hope this is helpful for you.